my mind to this pressure, and cross your heart and promise you'll accept it.
These are my confessions, I trip on words, a simple collection of bridges I burn. Don't wanna make you leave, wish this was make-believe. These are my confessions and lessons I learned. My conscience, my reverend, yeah, you are my church. Hope that you understand, you made me a better man.
I guess today is the day that them angels collided with my demons, trying to provide reasons to the people that I cheated. The guilt has been bent that I'm breathing. I tried whiskey, I tried pills, tried Jesus. I feel it chill in the air as I'm airing out my grievance. The hair standing up on my neck like fans standing for the championship national anthem high on the bleachers. Somebody please just be my preacher.
These are my confessions, I trip on my words, a simple collection of bridges I burn. Don't wanna make you leave, wish this was make-believe. These are my confessions and lessons I've learned. My conscience, my reverend, yeah, you are my church. Hope that you understand, you make me a better man. Lie to yourself, then you walk away. Try to pretend that you're strong as Superman. A little thought makes you. What's the point in the other way? No regrets, I'm just here to say. These are my confessions, I trip on my words, a simple collection of bridges I burn. Don't wanna make you leave, this was make-believe. These are my confessions and lessons I've learned. My conscience, my reverend, yeah, you are my church. Hope that you understand, you made me a better man. Hope that you understand, hope that you understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I had dreams I was with young fresh prince. Smoke weed and I ain't even test a life I know. It was eeny miny mo. Y'all be struggling to fit in like you wearing tiny clothes. I fight for what I believe in, I'm a crusader. I bring the drama to your door like the newspaper. Y'all nerdy under the costume like the Blue Ranger. Boy, my bitch bad as hell, that's the Tomb Raider. I done put in footwork like a shoemaker. My weed always look perfect, that's a true lace. Don't ask cause I don't do fakes. I'm just here to welcome y'all to my hood, guess I'm the cool neighbor. Kick the door down and now they stay busting in, but my pull-out game weak. Yeah, I think I might just be the greatest cause I hit out without sliding through the base. I'm the boss, every day I wing it so they say I got the sauce. I ain't bout teeth, see the way I floss. Middle finger up, I don't care about the laws. This is what they cause, homie, I'm the boss. Every day I wing it so they I got the sauce. I ain't talking about teeth, see the way I floss. Middle, I don't care about the laws. This is what they cause. Homie,
Man, ever since I was a kid, yeah, I knew I was the shit. If somebody told me different, I would lose it. And I'd flip and grab a Uzi with a clip, a fucking scooter. Then I'd get your stupid address and I'd ride a bite shooting at your grip.
Man, you're a fucking loser.
Like I ain't heard that before. This guy looks cracking version of Macklemore. Now why does people getting mad? I think their ass sore. The crazy white boy in the hood, Michael Rappaport. And there was basically the Hunger Games. If there was
trouble, they knew that I was the one to blame. I'm going balance in this fucking brain. On in the weapon city.
No, it's Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh shit, okay, well I'm trying to be number one. So if you don't mind, just give me that seat if you
Boss, every day I sauce. I ain't talking about TC the way I floss. Middle finger up, I don't care about the loss. This is what they cause. Homie on the boss. Every day I wing it, so they say I got the sauce. I ain't talking about TC the way I floss. Middle finger up, I don't care about the loss. This is what they cause. Homie on the boss.
I just finished my road tour. It's a very difficult. You know why? Prince, the famous rock star that was a friend of mine. You know why? He calls himself this. That's us
Behind.
in our contract. Oh, these contracts are great. So you examine these contracts to use your name and likeness and perpetuity throughout the universe. You possibly know. Look at me.
I'm an architect. I start to bark, you claiming y'all eat. So I walk in and you swear I've been marking S up on my chest to target. Superman, they can't arrest the prophet.
Tell you what that is. And sit down.
I just lift and grab the overalls I'm rocking.
That's
Then I came alive. The dome like I'm aiming high. I could change the tide to a tidal wave. Telling every motherfucker this is
contract, the way the 20-year-old expected father to sign the contract.
stay inside.
Yes.
I could use some help. They compare me, they hot shit till my shoes are melted. Sold my soul like a Gucci belt. Gucci gang.
And all these sitting on this shit for us this day. It's a good
Gang. I don't want it with groupies and coochie stank. No, you wait.
but what if
While I got more colors in the coochie rings. Oh, 6-eyed me full.
what they were all friends and I didn't know it? Badly. I spilled some money in the first place.
We ain't in the same lane, different planets. Aliens around us, I need Scully. I'm a bully. Cruising the halls, not in your bitch while you boss. A fusion of gods and omens exist.
2 weeks ago, whenever it was.
The risk if you losing it all. Anybody trying to get it is hot and it's hot as sweat. Business. Rappers who pay me to kill them and pay criminal living. Not for the interest.
It's announced Netflix streaming spell show.
I need to take a breath. Given everything I had inside, it's still not enough. They want to take what's left. Are you proud of that you did? Is a smile on your face when you take the check? I've been doing this thing for pain and tears that I shed for the day they will pay respect. But it ain't come. Light a flame and they play dumb. Shit, I can do it all. You should wake up. Forgot where you came from. Damn for it to the east side. They wonder why I got a scoot in the telly trying to move weight. You don't bum motherfucker. 2K. The top, it's all here. 2K. New pay, new day. Sweet your man got a tooth. Traded in a verse and got me a new hypnotized. And they want me to lose faith. Wait, that's a big bar. Damn kid, how did you not get far? Throwing punches and every one of them hit hard. 3D, it's like I'm seeing it big. I thought that I told you I'm crazy and not to be fucked with. Yeah. Thought that I nature this function, yeah. A catering service, we bringing function, yeah. Pull up and park. Sparking person that comes in. You do not want it, Toronto, you want who is you king? Steve behind the piano, the wonder ain't what were you doing? It ain't no mystery, yelling me too as I'm going battalion. Cooking a product and flicking the wrist and then spread through the streets and he like sickness.
Because I signed the contract. I found out it's really my word. And they never had to ask. They never had to tell me. Contract. But is that right? I didn't think so either. That's why I like working for them. I like working for them. Always bad. while they were screaming Chappelle, how could they not know? I called them and I told them, this makes me feel bad. What they did, they agreed.
Open the get in the feeling like you have been here once before in front of the store. The boys in blue, they can't go into war, never more. Stepping all over the mess on the checkerboard floor. I grew up poor. All that I had was my thoughts for my store. I studied the books that the people are afraid of. I'm like a machine when I'm eating up data. Born in the mouth.
And I'm not a big fan of that.
The money through blind and the eyes of a hater. I hate life more than you could imagine. All
I believe
parasite wagon is the eulogy for water. Fuck boys that are breathing hard.
is a monster. It's the same monster that these
It's
men
cooler than the Arctic on these demons.
they hate the monster.
Demons that are cold and it's still
That monster.
got a motherfucking nature and frostbite up. Oh shit.
It's the same monster.
So cold. I got a weary mind that because of the shit.
All right, so right now we're just doing our politics and bullshit section here, going on in the world, and so first that we want to mention there is the first one thing we want to mention. We'll talk about Dave Chappelle and his situation there. I don't know who heard and who haven't. Let me turn this off here. Sorry, I'll be right back. So, how contracts can get messed up. Basically, his deal with Comedy Central had control of the rights to the Powell show, so they were selling them to the streaming station without asking him. He gets no pay for it. He gets, having no rights. He had spoke to Netflix because luckily they have a partnership and they have agreements, and in that they're in those agreements, Netflix took it down. They didn't have to, but it made it look like they were doing it, because he feel bad. They want to, do what would be deemed the right non-business, thing about it. Truly, it's because, as you see, he's still doing Netflix specials and things for Netflix. So it is much more beneficial for them to keep that relationship comfortable, keep him happy for the future business that they're going to do, rather than the quick buck here. But one of the things that I do find interesting, and it shows for like any type of these type of businesses, if you're a music artist, comic, actor, thing like that, how the contracts and the business is truly, I don't like, do the slave analogy, but it's truly about owning and ownership and owning you. It's, and you as a person in this business, it's like you as a person don't have any value to them, chew you up, spit you out. And it's like a disgusting business that can turn people. And what I don't like is that even those who've sometimes been in it and went up to the business, once they become an executive, instead of, changing it and being like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to be, me. Instead, what they do is they follow the same structure and do that to the other person down the line, and it follows the same trajectory. Like another kind of differently, but like a viewing of how the system worked and screwed over and control people was they did the Fresh Prince reunion the other day, and everybody came back, and the big thing was they even brought back the original Aunt Viv. So in it, they talked about how, just the words of Will Smith, just, saying like she, that she was giving him a hard time and this and that. But giving him a hard time and everything totally wiped her out of her career. Like on the show, they were gonna cut, like they didn't fire her, but they cut down her episodes. They were to cut out her part, let her make money elsewhere. And then when she left, between them, the war between her and Will, her name got killed to where, she couldn't work anywhere else and stuff, like, and it kind of crushed, like, you see how the talent in whatever field is not truly valued beyond how much they can abuse you and use you and stuff. And just seeing with the Dave Chappelle thing and seeing how Comedy Central, just basically, is taking the Chappelle show, taking everything and just using it and stuff like that, is a lot of disrespect of the talent there. Like, but I do like the fact, and I thought it was really smart, for Netflix to, not even worry about the situation and not even care and just do they say, you know what, it's better for us as a viewing to take that hit and just drop it. They're not going to make as much money from streaming and whatever than they would, and stuff like that. I do see a lot of people don't even agree with him and have issues with what he said. Like, I don't like Comedy Central, but for how they handled it, and I think they do need to change their view and their respect on, and might need to speak to him about rejigging the contract and giving him a little bit for them to continue doing it just for their own image there. But I do see, but it's interesting here. If you watch, he had a special Unforgiving.
My God, man, I was trapped. Tell you the truth. I just thought about coming back doing another Chappelle show. Well, but if I do, I can't call it Chappelle Show because my name and likeness is being used by them in perpetuity throughout the universe. It's in the contract.
you hear this man, like he can't even come back at the Chappelle show.
You're not supposed to do this in my business. I'm up there doing something that nobody else in this business has balls to.
Telling the truth.
I'm telling you something that you need to know.
You're not supposed to know this.
Explain to you what you're seeing. You don't understand what you're seeing. I am publicly flogging a network.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this network business, they watching me and they saying, why are you doing this so publicly? That feel good to be flogged publicly. Oh, believe me. I know exactly how that feels. When I quit my show, they said I was crazy. What was crazy about it? I just didn't want to do it anymore. They said I smoked crack. It's impossible. I was a devout Muslim. I didn't smoke or drink. But I do now, bitch, because you ruined my fucking life. Now it's their turn. This is their first nigga lesson. I'm honored to give it to them. They're going to pay me for this show.
Yeah.
I called my agent. I said, is there anything I can do about this show? And he said, no. Well, fuck you. Want something done right? I guess you got to do it yourself. So I'm not going to the agents. Come to my real boss. Coming to you. I'm begging you. If you ever like it, if you ever think there was anything worthwhile about it, I'm begging you. Please don't watch that show. I'm not asking you to boycott any network. Boycott me. Boycott Chappelle's show. Do not watch it unless they pay me.
And for what he's given us and what he's given me, I will definitely do that. So, you know, the HBO, none of that stuff. There's no support, and it shouldn't get support.
If you're a shareholder at Viacom, then I'm talking to you. Because all that shit that they do to us, well, they do everything for their shareholders. That's what they told me. So if you're a shareholder in that company, tell them it's wrong. And if you don't believe that it's wrong, then fuck you too. You should know what's in the hot dogs. That's probably a bunch of people at Comedy Central, Viacom, and all these places that have no idea what I'm talking about. They've all either quit, fired, got me to do something. They just go. Got a whole bunch of new young people there, and they're probably looking like, what is he talking about? They may not actually know what the fuck happened to me. So I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Go downstairs to your accounting partner, open the books, see what that show made, and look at what you paid me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to pay me. I'm inviting you to come with me and work with me. And let's fight against that terrible, terrible feeling that you made me feel together. We can fight together and work this thing with Chappelle Show out. Or I can just take it. Thank you.
All right, so I wanted to hear the end of that there before we go on to other things. So I definitely do think that, you know, any support to the actual artist, the creator, should be valued. So, you know, I totally support that mentality and that mind state. Okay, so on to other more boring stuff. Well, not boring, but so, you know, in Ontario, what we do have going on right now is we have a bit of a we're going back into lockdown, especially here in Toronto. And, you know, there's business being locked down. certain things. I have to admit, I have on this issue. I'm of two parts. I'm one of the things that makes me different than most when it comes to topics of like politics, religion, thing, is that I am not afraid to say I don't know the answer. I like everybody's like that's how we get to the because everybody's so sure that they know exactly what's right and things what to do. And if you disagree with me, you're an idiot and did it like I'm not that much of a guaranteed gene. Like I don't know everything and stuff. So either they should close, open. Like I realize closing had a lot of negative effects. The business, there's going to be a lot of businesses that are going to go down if it just gets shut out. But I also know just leaving everything open with no limitations and no restrictions and no rules, that just can't be right as well as going to kill people. And there's like there's certain things that the power that be that everything doesn't line up. Like this can be open, like has to shut down, but schools can remain open and the kids can be there and there's no date. Like that's one of my things. I've got kids, so I sit there and wonder if all of these places have to close down, then please make me understand how they're not putting my kids into danger every day, sending them into school. Like if the public is such a dangerous, hazardous place, then how is that so protected? And and what is considered essential and non-essential seems to not have a straight up line, and it not everything's makes sense. It's like certain businesses are getting an advantage and thing by not being forced to close down, and at the same time, if they're not closed down, the danger that they're putting their employees in. So like I'm very much about, if the business is like, if a business wants to stay open and everything, then one, I think the boss, you need to be on the floor. Like you need to be in the same amount of danger that you place your employees in. Like I don't like the idea of places staying open and the executive gets to hide away in his office or call in from home where he's safe and his family's safe while he's putting everybody else in danger. And I also think, is there danger pay bonus? And like, I know in the States right now, the whole fighting for the relief fund and everything, one of the things that the Republicans are wanting to put into the relief fund, because they're always about protecting the businesses and the corporations over the people, is they want to put a liability waiver so that the business can force you to come back to work to protect your job, but then if you get sick at work having to work, they don't have to take responsibility, which doesn't make sense to me. You are responsible. You're making them, So I just think like it's not an A or B. Like I do think that like we do have to very much look into how we can open these businesses as quickly as possible. However, it has to be as quickly as possible while also safely as possible, because there's no reason like that we just keep going through these strains and keep on having the cases spike, just so that the business can make more money. Like, people always should be more important than the corporation, than the economy and stuff. And I feel that in North America, there's too much of economy, like, and businesses mattering more than the lives of the people. Like in Australia, I believe they just shut down everything except actual essentials and actual essential travel, and just starved for a bit and just starved out the disease and then reopened safely. That is something that we would have to look into, but it would be a hard enforcement of the laws there. Like I hate the other dumb stupid stuff of, like, there was the dude that is he had the restaurant, and they're talking, about goes down, and he decided he's just gonna open it up and whatever, and he's not worrying about any of the safety things. And I understand with some it's a look of a cry for freedom, but you also have to look at it as a cry of something very dangerous and unsafe. So let me just look into, hold on. Okay, look for that the restaurant, and then there's on news there. Yeah, so yeah, so he was paying the orders there, and just decided to the restaurant, he opened it regardless there.
Introducing Eco Arantra. Stay connected and protected.
That is full of defiance against promises lockdown order. A Toronto barbecue restaurant reopened. Indoor dining clashes with police and bylaw officers who arrived on scene. Good afternoon. There's growing frustration in small business owners.
They call the public's
unfair, and at least one man vowed to make a public statement about it. CTV's Austin Laney will have more on this story later on in the news. He joins us, and actually, Austin is here now. Austin Laney joins us now. Austin, you are at Queen Elizabeth Boulevard in Etobicoke with the latest on the drama that unfolded. Of course, this is breaking news, so you're joining us now.
These are the fans of this barbecue joint. Adamson's barbecue message on Instagram saying that he would be opening in defiance of the provincial rules and have indoor dining. What we're looking at here are the supporters of Adamson's bar. They came here early as well as people who were not supporters, who were worried about the spread of COVID in the neighborhood. True to the promise to open indoors, diners sat down and eating, defying the lockdown rules. Can you guys please move out because you're blocking the entrance to my restaurant? It started last night with this Instagram post from Adam Skelly, the owner of Adamson's Barbecue, saying the location will be open for indoor dining.
So why are we getting singled out and the big multinational corporations are all essential while they're packed? Come on, guys. Enough is enough.
The Premier acknowledged yesterday the lockdown is not always fair.
It's tough. It's tough to balance the health and the well-being of society, because that's the #1 priority, in the economy.
The opening brought out Beverly Bates, whose sister-in-law died of COVID in May.
Healthy, 44 years old, she died. I have 3 nieces that are motherless, and he thinks that this pandemic is a joke.
His supporters say,
I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think small business needs to stand up.
Do you think it's dangerous?
Not at all.
The city issued this statement today. The city is aware of a restaurant promoting their opening in defiance of orders. Should any business that is prohibited to open does so, it will be investigated and appropriate enforcement action will be taken. And not long after the 11 a.m. opening, the police arrived and went inside.
And those are the police behind me with the bylaw officers that went inside. I can tell you, I can look in there right now, and there are still outside the restaurant. There is still a lineup outside the restaurant, and there are still a lot of supporters of Adamson's Barbecue and its right to open up today and serve people inside. They're also saying that they're against wearing masks as well. If you look around the whole group of supporters here, very of them are wearing masks. They'll send it back inside.
Okay, so definitely ideas of what can be open, and I do think that ideals do have with what corporations are paying to what, through their things to the government in America. Vince, I'm a big wrestling thing. So Vince McMahon and WWE would have major donation to the Republican thing. They've been Republican, so that's not a thing, but it was a major donation, and that was right before wrestling was put on the list as the essential service. So no criteria. Like, what I would like is to come up with some logical, reasonable criteria that is determined in something in an essential service, why the store and Walmart is able to remain open, but mom and pop stores are not. Like, what makes it the difference and what's going on there. So,
nurses across the country have recaptured how it started versus how it's going after photos.
So this is my, on the politics side of it, like, I think left and right, both of them need to stop feeling like it's the highway, like, you know, this person's stupid, like, COVID, like, the COVID is real. I know people personally who have passed on from it. I know, you know, people who have had it and thing. However, not everything that they're using the pandemic for is valid. Not everything that they are using it for is on the up and up in health first. There's, you know, we know that the government's fucked, and they're gonna be using that to line up their pockets and their people's pockets. I do think that we need to investigate and look into why they close, what they close, and more of how to help the small businessman over the corporation, which seems to be immune to any of these closures. All right, so, you know, this is my politics and bullshit stream. You know, we talk about this battle rap, hip hop music, wrestling, this things that are, you know, some king shit that I affect. Hopefully y'all like this there. And what up, Samurai there? I see you on, you know, Twitch there. So, you know, so it's all good. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, King's Court ENT. Follow me on Instagram, Mumbles905. And mad love, yo, Mr. Mumbles. He's 905. We out. Gonna play some music there to let us out. You know, so let me go to the screen there, and all right. So y'all have a good one.
Catching my fade. This shit ain't a game, so I'ma get paid. Juggle the blade, very afraid, be afraid. Very afraid. Bitch. Yeah. Yo, this song is dedicated to the woman who takes her time to it. So it's for you. Gotta break it down a little bit sometimes. Babe, excuse me for the rambling, but compared to the others, your beauty is so damaging. So rare to discover a cutie of your caliber who truly is so talented. From head to shoes to get what you should do to your challenge. Then far from a hoe will make a man the way you flash it off. Your style comes naturally, your swagger is an afterthought. Classy type, though half your life was never very good. Only two words describe you, baby, elegantly hood. You would represent anything that every lady should. And hold more power than Energizer or ever really could. Duracell, nothing, everything she bought and she owns. And calling her clothes, good food, pot in the stove, your girlfriends tried to commit you to their stabilized, but you're a woman. Tell those bitches to get the label right. A strawberry eating Chardonnay, sipping God is on her way to my heart as I'ma make her a promise. Mama say I love her, when I'm not, she make a nigga wanna play some Usher. My God, she's amazing, crazy mother. A cover girl, yeah, I can see you on the latest cover. No other girl, yeah, when I'm with her, I'ma say I love her. And when I'm not, she make a nigga wanna play some Usher. My God, she's amazing, crazy mother. A cover girl, yeah, I can see you on the latest cover. J. Cole had $1 in the dream. I had a nickel in the ocean, thinking maybe I could trigger her emotions. For this girl, my heart skip a beat like whales skip over the ocean, or how everybody skip over the homeless. Wishing she would notice her approach is unpredictable and hopeless. Switch some work cause she's original and gorgeous. Like nothing I ever met, unlike anything, my nigga, have you seen her? I think of her, I think of getting cream up. Guess I got too much in common with Canal and John Lennon, cause I'm a dreamer. You marry her, you have to sign a prenup. See, only a gun could ever top her kind of weapon. Shorty shine hard, only the sun can compromise a person. So normally run to fall inside affection, but when you feel lonely or something, you know, come to offer my protection. Now we acting like some caught up teens, while you all jumping on your bed and playing pop. I be listening to some R&B. Mama say I love her, when I'm not, she make a nigga wanna play some Usher. My God, she's amazing, crazy mother. A cover girl, yeah, I can see you on the latest cover. No other girl, yeah, when I'm with her, I'ma say I love her. And when I'm not, she make a nigga wanna play some Usher. My God, she's amazing, crazy mother. A cover girl, yeah, I can see you on the latest cover. Baby, excuse me for the rambling, but compared to your others, you've been on fire. I gotta get over this mention.